I hate doors. Well, not all doors, just doors with bad hardware installed because someone decided it looked pretty.
That's what it looks like on the inside. As you can see, it's got one of the horrible triggers. I'm going to start. The cover's off. Oh, when the door sags, then it doesn't hit the top of the frame. Okay. See that? When we go down, sometimes it's the felt on the bottom that blocks the door from closing, but not this time. I must have probably worked on this once. There's no screw here. Yeah. Let's open her up and see what's going on now. Plastic. Nothing says quality like plastic. You can see it's very similar to the other one. But it seems to be working right as far as this part is concerned. Why is it not triggering? I mean, that's what it's supposed to do. Huh. Hang over there. Huh. Two screws. That doesn't look right. This part here should be somewhere else. That's probably I skipped over. This is here, so I'm trying to get that rotated around. And how do we do that? That's not turning very easily. I push the button on the thing on the inside. Let me decipher it and I'll see what's going on. When I push that up, it rotates the thing on the outside. Okay, get back in. Okay, I figured it out. It's that Hold it all up. It's that spring up there. Since this spring is missing, it does mean when you push the push pad and you push that down, this doesn't pop out. Once that I'm gonna get a spring in there, we'll replace the trigger. Horrible. Oh, but it looks pretty. It doesn't work. Okay. Well, if I find a spring in, or get a new trigger, which I do have one on the way over from yesterday. So, I guess we don't need to mess with this anymore. We can make this kind of go back together. Okay. I mean, they're easy to work on. There's nothing. Sometimes on the other end it slides out. So I'm going to do this. Get this back together. Well, we don't need to take it apart again. I can use my 16-in-1. It's easier. Got an Allen tip. Cover back on. Oops. Forgot that plate. I got it all. All right.
Why, Desire, you got it in the line, because you should be behind somebody. That's not a line.
So as soon as I get a trigger for the top, this one will be fixed. I have a problem with architects and engineers do things that actually was against our building codes or our requirements. Stuff, all of our hardware is supposed to be through bolted. It is not. The door pull, you see any through bolts here? No. This, the cylinder is through bolted. This isn't. The device isn't, even on that end, not. So, right then, it's against our requirements. Got away from these vertical rod things decades ago, and they brought them back. Well, while I'm waiting on Manny, I'll try to tighten this up. Let's see. 2 set screws. Will my 16-in-1 work? I'm going to take it off, and I'm going to show you the silliness. That one is smaller. So what you have a nut cert. It's supposed supposed to be through bolted. I have an insert thing, but I don't think I have this size. This is not going to tighten at all. Really, people? Really? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the teacher came up and said, "Hey, you got another room." My room on the list? 8 doors. I don't know how many I'll get to. Anywho, come back to this one. Let me go down the hall to room 4. Okay, room 4. I am going to go out on a limb and say, by looking at the gap, that it's not triggering because the door has sagged. And a smaller gap there. Look at the gap. And that little trigger doesn't hit the door stop on the inside. It don't work. Okay, let me open it up and see what's going on. Sagging, rubbing on the threshold. Okay. What to do, what to do, what to do. Okay. Oh, yes. Trigger needs a spring. There's a spring in there. It's not coming out. Maybe I can oil it. We'll try. Still, the door needs to come up. That's that door sagging. Okay, another room, room 12. Same thing. Kawneer, normal things. Let's see if I can work my magic on it. What happened here? What nation happened there? You've seen this on my other videos. Rusted. All of this. I don't understand the phobia. Spraying oil on a lot. Oil this up, get it working. Yesterday, the Jacksons, this is plastic. At least this These quinoa ones, the Kawneer, are aluminium. Let's get it rocking. Zoom stop. Will.
Get that door.
Much. I mean, that's spring ain't doing anything anyway. I would say working. Let's see what happens. Looking for it to latch. That one's fixed. You hear oil a lot. Eventually I'll put a dummy cylinder there so you can't use it. Do not know why that's all boogered up, but I do not want to put a screw on the bottom. It should hold it okay. Ooh, 12 is fixed. Next on the list is 13, 14? Down that way. Okay, same storefront doors. And 13. Sign, do not open. Guess what? I am going to ignore and open the door. Let's oil the cylinder first. Like I said, I need to put a dummy cylinder in there. Sometimes these things will skip and it's upside down, key stuck in it, lights and sirens. Anywho, no key, no. Let's see. Handle's loose. And the other one is nut certs. I bet she was rusted. Guess what screw isn't going to go back? That one. Rusted. Didn't take long. She fixie. Cover plate. There's trouble.
She just told me that the cafeteria door is not working right. I ain't got no work order being for it, but I'll do a work order for it in a little bit.
So you run up the credit card?
Try to.
All done.
Try to.
Okay, room 14. Always look at the door. The gap's tight there. Yeah, frame's probably out of whack. Someone tells me it's rusted again. So let's get started.
So grab your tray out here, okay?
Power load.
The kids that I called, take the line, come to the line first, please, so they can be faster meeting up the line.
Here. Huh. Look here. That ain't going in all the way. I wonder why that's doing that. The gap here. There is a plate back here I might need to push forward. But let's start. Cover off. That spring ain't doing anything. Don't need that. Dope. Yep. This ain't moving. Huh, you know the trick. Let's hit it with the power lever first. Then we'll hit it with the zoom spout oil. Turbine oil. Woohoo. Now the push pad going all the way in. Good sign. And this is almost going all the way down already. But that's it. Let's see. Listen. Nope. Why isn't that? Let's move to the top and see what's going on. trigger's going bad all the time. Springs there is probably really bad. Let's let the oil soak for a second. Get some parts on here. Oh. It locked. Bet it won't lock again though. Nope, it won't lock again. Okay. Bam. We need to get springs for these triggers. See, the spring pushes that out. You can see it. This is the trigger. And yeah, it looks pretty solid. It feels like it's even metal. But there's a spring in there. See the spring? I don't think you can see the spring. Right there. It breaks. Could we get that? Could we get these springs? Sure, probably. I figure out what they are. Get one that size, so I do have that. And you can work it in somehow. Guess you get it to go in there somehow. But do all that running around and replace this, you'll still be back on this issue. You're better off putting on something and then the reason we don't go and get a direct replacement part is because when I checked into where these came from, it was somewhere in Georgia. Okay, somewhere in Georgia. None of our vendors here stock them, so we can't go get them off the shelf. And none of our vendors, I'm sure we can go to Granger's or somewhere, get the vendor, do all the legwork, and get this $700, $800, $1,000 device, go to Granger's, and it'd be $1,200, $1,400. I don't know, but we could. You can't just go down the street and get them. You can't go across the street to Home Depot or the Lowe's, the Jungle website, get them. So, this one, at least it will lock. You can lock it. You just need to make sure you lock it. It doesn't look like there's a glass in there anyway. Okay. Put it back together, be done with it. That's room 14. All right, let's see how wide this style is. This is the glass molding. This is a little bit on this side. 3/8. High bevel side. High bevel side. 3 3/4. Three and 3/4. I'm gonna go inside there and mark where 2 3/4 backside is off of the door frame. So that's where the rim cylinder has to go. If we were to use a regular device, like on that precision, 2 3/4 inches from the frame, and you gotta mount this, that, there-ish. Wow. That hole would come all the way over to here. The hole would be, I think that's something like that. That's really close to the glass. Now, they make a narrow style versus over a bunch. That's what, well, I'm getting an estimate on how much they are. And let management make that decision. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about this anymore because there's nothing I can do for it at this time. Oh, ain't that special? I got flowers. Oh, this is a loose cylinder. Not rocket science, people. Let's not get out in a hurry. Spray it like you stole it. Original design precision. Square. Needs oil. Lucky. Retrofitted this years ago from a lava rock next to those for security. Wasn't up, huh? You could have put lever trim on it, but that's horrible. Door pull, hole in the hole. The push plate, this handle, I didn't do this. That's how the apartment is. Now I put it down here. This was probably early 90s when they replaced the door. Tail pieces on the old style couldn't be very long. Real mistake. There'll be some bump into the back here. Look, no hands. All fixed. Now apparently I can install a regular precision device on there. How do I do that? Oh, so it can be done. Huh. So it's 2.5 inches over. Well, good. Glad I saw that. Now to go down there and work on another one. Oops. For all yous who've seen this where it's snowing, welcome to November whatever. 8th, 7th, something like that. Friday. Picture perfect day here. Woohoo! Another, well, no gap at the bottom, proper gap at the top, middle not so much. Narrow, a little wider, narrow, wide. So the door is sagging somewhat. Let's see what I can do. No cylinder, so I can't try it from out here. That's what I want to do to all of them. Dummy them off. Okay, well there's the problem. Some idiot thought it'd be great to bend it up. Okay, well, that sucks. What to do? What am I gonna do? That won't work. I can bend it down, but there's no spring. Spring's gone. What am I gonna do? Unbelievable. Who would do that? Well, I know who. Idiots. Okay. Huh. Okay. I kind of straightened out, bent down the trigger. There's no spring. At least it'll move back and forth. And I can get it to, it'll be in lock position the whole time. But all you would have to do is push this and pull it. Of course, that's not going in all the way. So, you know what we have to do behind this piece of plastic. If I can get that to work by just squeezing that down and closing the door. I hope. Well, let's back up 14 and punt. Remember, don't put one down there. You gotta stand on your head to get to it. Anyway, Lucy. Well, why can't they move these up just a little bit so you get your drill in there? What do we see? We see rust and corrosion. Oh. By now you should know the routine. This is very similar to the Jackson ones we worked on the other day. Similar, except for the rod's different. But very similar. Spring broken. Don't need it. Now this is going all the way in. Good sign. This is going all the way down. The trigger up there is not working. But once you close the door and do this, the door will lock. Put her back together. You know, if I worked in the real world and did all this, boy, I'd only work 1 day a week. And could you imagine what we can build? Yep. Did it again. I forgot my plate. Oh, dopey me. Why didn't you say something? You could have told me. Okay, well, back together. So I'm gonna go move everything through the door because I can close it from out here, but I couldn't get back in if it locked. So we'll go in there and make sure it locks from the inside. Remember, there's no cylinder out here for a key. I bet it works. Let me go do that. Okay, so hanging because the trigger's not working. Push the pad, it will close. Since there's no spring in the trigger, when you do this, it's not locking the bolt in the unlock position. So, then you close the door. You just got to do it from inside. Okay, well, we will convert this one too. See what's going on. Okay, so it's locked, secure for the weekend, or for the time being.
Class dismissed. Class dismissed.